Hey guys, how are we doing? And it's Martin Cliffe here again, here in Bucharest. And since last week's video, the shipping has arrived. It actually arrived the day before the video went live, but I'd already shot it, so that's fine. Very happy it got here very quickly from finally being released to customs and everything else. We were told, oh, it'll be transported to Bucharest at the end of the week, last week. And then I got a phone call on Tuesday morning saying, it arrived last night, it's here. Do you want it tomorrow? So, yes, awesome. So everything's here, everything is pretty much intact. I had some rubber feet that had pulled off the bottom of some flight cases, but that's neither here nor there. We had one mug that cracked, didn't completely break, but just cracked down one side. So unfortunately, it was one of Eva's favourite mugs, so it's been resigned to plant pot / pen holder duty. And we had one coaster that cracked, split down the middle, which we should be able to glue back together. It'll never be perfect, but it's one that we made, or at least either screen printed or I screen printed. I can't remember. One of us did. We made one each, and one of them is damaged. So yeah, that's very, very slightly disappointing, but as I say, it could be an enormous amount worse. Almost all the guitars arrived in tune. I didn't expect the classical to, because classical guitar strings are rubbish at tuning stability. 12 string was a little bit out, but other than that, all the guitars arrived in tune, which is remarkable, considering it's been 12 weeks, 11, 12 weeks in cases and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, very happy. Now I'm shooting this from what will be one of my two main shooting spaces in the apartment. So this is actually in the master bedroom, in the alcove of the master bedroom, and it's still a work in progress, but I'd like to give you a little bit of a tour this week of how it's going to work. Now, one of the challenges of shooting in Bucharest in summer is that it's glorious sunshine a lot of the time, which does mean that my lovely backdrop, even with the net curtains and then the ordinary curtains closed and then that up, you can still see through it, which I'm just going to have to live with, I think, for the time being. I need to work out how to tweak the contrast and everything to make it look best. But basically this space is going to be initially for my pedal playthroughs, which will be a new series that I'll start in a few weeks. It's not going to happen just yet, but where I'm going to go through pretty much all the pedals that I have kind of before I sell a lot of them, because my goal is to clear out 30 or 40 pedals, probably maybe a few more. So what I've got over here, let me just bring it into shot, is at the moment I've just got a mono pedal board light. This is the smallest one. There's nothing mounted on it at the moment, but I'll put a power supply on it. There'll be literally a tuner on one end, my RJM tone saver buffer and splitter on the other, and in between there's going to be some Velcro where I can put whatever the pedal of the week of the video. I'm not entirely sure what frequency they're going to be coming out is. And then basically I will plug the guitars into that and then go out to the 2 amps. I have my Black Star Artisan 10 AE on this side, which is more of a kind of Marshall style of tone, and then my Black Star Artist 10 Anniversary Edition on this side, which is more of a Fender style tone. And I'll pan them hard left and right. This won't be stereo per se, because most of the pedals will be drive pedals and stuff like that, which are very much mono, but it will at least, you know, give you the ability to hear how it sounds like from two different amps. Again, still working out how I'm going to edit that together, so maybe I'll give, this is the Fender sound, this is the Marshall sound, or whatever it is. We'll see how things go with that. But that series is, if I do one a week, will probably take me the best part of a year to do, and it'll be something that I can block film 5 or 10 in a session. So that will be great for building up content and making sure everything stays regular. And that'll be in addition to my usual Thursday weekly videos. So yeah, these are mic'd up. There's no cables in at the moment, but with Sennheiser E906s, And just to get them in shot, they're actually sat on top of my Egnator Tweaker 1x12 cabs. They're not connected up at all. In fact, they've still got the covers on them. I got some great covers made by Studio Slips. If you're ever looking for any covers for amplifiers or anything like that, definitely recommend them. Great people to work with. Very, very good quality work. So yeah, so they're mounted on them, and then that will literally go into just above my head. Can I pull it down? It's all kind of precariously balanced. Is my Tascam DR04 recorder, which will be capturing my voice. At the moment I've got a lapel mic on, but that will be capturing my voice for these videos. Not that I'm aiming to say very much, but also the two mics will go into the two auxiliary mic inputs on the back of that. I have a secondary camera which is pointing directly at the pedal board. It's my EOS 80D with my 50mm f1.4 lens. So that'll get a really nice clean shot of that, which I'll be able to then insert into the corner somewhere. And then my main camera obviously is my EOS 90D with my 28mm lens on. And I've got my two Aperture Lightstorm LS120D Mark IIs with the lantern softbox diffuser things in this setup. And that's it. It's going to be very simple. What I'm aiming to do, which is one reason why it's going to take a few weeks before I get going, is that basically these videos will be shot and it will be, this is what it sounds like with a Les Paul and this is what it sounds like with a Tele. So my Tele's in the UK at the moment, that's why there's going to be a little bit of a delay. It will be middle of October, I think, before I can get that over. Because I'm going to be traveling to my parents in October to sort out a few other things, and also because I have to leave the country to activate my visa once I've got it, which is a whole process. Thanks Brexit, you've made life incredibly difficult for everyone. But anyway, and Romania seems to like bureaucracy even more than Hong Kong. But yeah, that's the plan. It will be quite a simple setup. I can shoot a lot in one go. Once it cools down and gets a bit darker outside, hopefully as well, it'll be a bit easier. The other thing that you may or may not be able to see is that I've got two American DJ V-bar light bars that are kind of on the floor behind. So if I put my hand there, you can see it's just adding a little bit of color cast to the background, just to, again, just give it a bit of variety. I'm really aiming to make my videos a little bit more artistic, as well as just producing quality content. So that's the goal. This is one of the sets, as I say. My long-suffering wife is very patient with me. I'm not going to have this set up all the time. It will, well, at least it will be able to be kind of pushed back out of the way, at least at weekends and that kind of thing. But let's face it, it's a bedroom. You mostly sleep in here. So it's a huge space and useful for other purposes. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week with more news on how we're fitting everything into the apartment and life in Bucharest and all that kind of stuff, and maybe even some guitar. I've not actually had a chance to plug anything in yet. I don't have a desk yet, so I'm working on that still. Next week maybe will be my room if my desk arrives in time. But I was waiting for it to come back in stock, and I think it may have done today. Okay guys, see you soon.